So thanks again for coming out. And I will start right away with giving the word to Carla Boersma, the Secretary of the Executive Committee, to give a report on the state and the history since last year of the European Academy. Carla, please.
Yeah, thank you, Herman. For that, I look now at Fabio Nardelli, asking him to start my presentation. Yes, and go on with the next slide. Yes, go on, the video. Yes, please.
Coming to the EuARE conferences is very important for me because it helps make visible my work and also the work of topics that are less explored. For example, women in religion and ways in which women have been change agents for religious history and societies. It's also a great opportunity for me to learn about religious dialogue. Yesterday I participated in the Trade Unions Meet Religions meeting, and that was very inspiring. And it's also a great opportunity to learn from what the other disciplines are doing and to exchange ideas.
Yeah, what you just saw is a video quote of Natalia Nunes. She was last year in St. Andrews, telling her how she experienced her participation of the conference, and this is exactly what we are doing it for. Well, I have the pleasure now of telling you a bit about what happened in the last year. Yes, thank you. Here you see the members of the Executive Committee. All have been elected in 2022 by the Assembly for a period of 4 years. And in this reporting year, nobody stepped down, so we could continue with the work at hand. Concerning responsibilities, the Executive Committee is responsible for organizing the activity of the EuARE and for managing its affairs under the terms of the EuARE Statute, and that includes strategic aspects. By the way, this does not mean that these people do all the work needed to achieve EuARE's purpose. Indeed, without the help of a powerful operational secretary, we couldn't even do it. At this point, therefore, I would like to thank two wonderful staff members. The first is Irene Jarocci. Irene, are you here? No, but let's thank her. She took on the secretariat for many years, and she left us in the year under review for a very good reason, namely working on our dissertation. But she did a great job, and we also owe a lot to Lisa. Lisa, you see her there in the door opening, Tadeucci, who has taken over Irene's work with great elan and insight. Powerful women, without whom EuARE would not be what it is. Thank you both for the hard work done. So now I will briefly tell you some information on the conferences, on the EuARE members, and some other topics. The annual conference is the main activity of the Academy, and it's therefore not surprising that in day-to-day work, this is where most of the focus is. After all, we want to provide a platform accessible to scholars in religion from Europe and beyond. Here are some data related to the conference. First, you can see the development in the number of attendees. The Executive Committee is pleased to see that over the past few years, the annual conference has always attracted great interest, with the current conference being a great highlight. More than 1,100 participants from around the world is a great result, confirming that EuARE is well placed to provide a platform to researchers in religion. Here you see the number of presenters. This year we achieved a number of more than 992 presenters. And this is, in our opinion, a great result. Also compared to previous years, but 992, this is something we are very happy with. The Executive Committee also has been deeply engaged in preparations for the conferences after St. Andrews last year. And for this year, it was already agreed that EuARE in Palermo would be the host, but that doesn't mean that there were no new developments. For instance, a new conference software was purchased to help us process and present all the information properly and easily. And the executive committee is directly involved in conference preparations when it comes to defining the overarching topic and drawing up the list of plenary speakers to be asked. You are going to experience, and you already have experienced, I guess, the results these days here in Palermo. And that couldn't have been possible without the efforts of many professionals and volunteers, and especially the EuARE team. I would hereby like to thank the whole team for their efforts. At the same time, the executive committee set out to find a host for next year, which resulted, and we are very happy with that, in an agreement with the University of Vienna. In 2 productive meetings, the details of the conference and way of collaboration were finalized, and the agreements were laid down in a draft agreement. For next year, we have not yet taken a decision, but we expect to be able to announce the host of the 2026 yeah, after 2025, we will have to take a decision on the host, and we plan to announce that in September of this year. The committee also reflected on the panel acceptance procedure from the perspective to guarantee quality and interdisciplinarity. Much time was also spent ensuring the financial stability of the Academy. Treasurer Francesco Cadero will tell you more of the details, but given the decline in memberships in recent years and the fact that membership fees in particular mean income to the Academy, the Executive Committee has been considering a new form of membership. It was decided to make membership mandatory for conference registration. In other words, only EuARe members can attend the conference. You will have experienced it this year, I guess. And EuARe started communicating 3 types of membership: individual membership, collective, and society membership. Here you can see now the previous, we have now 636 individual members, 44 collective members, 216 student members, and 7 society members, which is a good result and also good for our financial stability. Along with membership, consideration was given to the benefits of different membership, and there are ideas of this, but the Executive Committee is still reflecting on it. As to society membership, the board gave effect to its earlier decision to increasingly involve societies in the work of the Academy. This has resulted in a number of new relationships, of which the website is evidence. Work is still ongoing to expand contacts with associations. We also work on other relationships. For example, we have come to an agreement with Index Theologicus, the comprehensive bibliography for theology and religious studies. However, further steps need to be taken here. And I would like to invite you, as you are here as members, to think about with us and to contact a member of the Executive Committee to see how we can achieve further cooperation. You may also indicate this in the evaluation form that you will receive after this conference. Yes, we also worked on a new mission statement, and this is really important. It sometimes can be seen as something which is not concrete, but the mission statement really gave us a profile and helped us working along the process. The new and updated mission statement that we formulated, you see it here, the European Academy of Religion is the major platform for academic research on religion and its relevance for society. It is our mission to connect scholars, to promote research, to increase academic quality, and to create awareness for the role of religion in the public sphere. Well, this statement you can also find it on the website, is followed by a series of aims and means following our overall purposes in a more concrete way. And most of the aims are related to the annual conference, like offering a platform of intellectual and interdisciplinary discourse and debate, promoting research excellence, innovation and collaboration, providing an open space for the production and dissemination of knowledge, and other aims like encouraging collaborations need to have a more specific approach by the Executive Committee, although also here we do not need to start from scratch, since work already has been done in the past on this. I come to my almost last slide. There are some other topics that the Executive Committee has been working on and is working on. As I said, we are aiming at strengthening contact with societies, working further on stable relationships like with journalists and other associations. We have issued 2 new issues in our EuARe lecture series. They have been published in open access by the Gruyter Brill publisher. There's a continuous reflection on developments and purposes leading to strategic decisions that help EuARe in its further development and members in their scholarly work. This will also be done in the coming period. We will have a 2-day meeting later this year to go deeply in it and to see how we as Executive Committee can help scholars in this and support the scholarly work in this respect. Well, now I have come to the end of my presentation. I thank you very much for your attention. I do not know if there is time for Q&A, but thank you anyway for listening to me.
Thank you, Carla, for this presentation. Are there any questions from you on this report? If not, we will continue with the budget, which will be explained to us, I think also with slides and information from Francesca Cadedu, the treasurer of the Executive Committee.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We have every year the same problem. I have to show you the Italian version of our budget and then explain you what's written in there, because you have to approve the Italian version of the budget. I know it's anyway. So I'm going to explain you what is in our budget and the reason why you see at the bottom right of the sheet what is called parità di esercizio, which is in your rights to know what it is. So you can see acquisti di materiale. It's like publicity and consumables. Then we have the website, little reimbursements, the organization of, some expenditures we had in St. Andrews last year. Then communication expenditures, that is for our social media manager, who is really doing a great job. So Carla, if you allow me, I would like also to thank Rossella Miranda, who's our social media manager, who's doing a great job during these days. She's on that side of the room. She is doing this for us every day, and especially during the conference days. So thank you, Rossella, for what you're doing. And then we have expenditures for the accountant, PayPal, some reimbursements for some travels during the year. Then we have the main expenditure, which is the Gruyter book that we publish every year for the lectures. Bank, and then we have licenses for softwares and like the Wix service, the newsletter, and the mailing list. And then we have on banking. Ammortamento is like the spared euros. The accountant puts them all together in this ammortamento. And then we have the expenditures we have for the management of the contracts. So in this case, the contract that we have with the social media manager. On the other side, you will see the earnings coming from the membership fees. Those are the result of last year. And the reason why you see perdita di esercizio 2,859.94 is that we committed to pay something in advance, and it was not paid yet by the moment we closed the account, so we paid it the month later, and that went into the cash flow of the month later, but it is in the budget closes on the 31st of December, so everything that goes beyond that date is not included here. But that doesn't mean that we didn't have that money. It means only that we committed to pay, and that was not paid yet. I would like also to show you. So this is for the last year, and I would like also to, because you have to vote on last year's budget and also on the preview of this year's budget. It's two different votes, but I would like to explain everything in advance and answer to your questions, if any, and then we can vote. Here, I can only show the cash flow, so it's the prediction of the expenditures that we're going to have and the revenues that we're going to have as well during the year. As you can see, I mean, the items here on this column are the same items that you at the end see in the budget that I already exposed. So we keep the same budget lines. And here you can see that we foresee that by the end of next year, we're going to have a very positive budget and a very positive number on our bank account. It's going to be 34,336 euro.74. So this is the prediction of the expenditures that we can do on the basis of the regular expenditures that we have. So everything that is going to be exceptional, of course, is not included here. Do you have any questions? Sorry, let me add just one thing. The result of this very positive cash flow is the result of the assembly we had last year when someone, it was actually Perismit Local, he proposed with others to combine membership and the participation, the registration fee. So of course that allows us to have a much more sustainable budget than we had before, and that would allow us for the future, maybe not for this year, but maybe in the future, to plan how to spend this money, also to give it back to the community.
Thank you, Francesca. Just to make clear, the fact that we have all these various categories in Italian is not to avoid questions from your side, but is because the European Academy is located in Italy, and it's according to Italian law to have these presentations in Italian. Nevertheless, if there are questions or suggestions, please, you may say it now, or you can send information or suggestions to Francesca on this. If there's no questions, then we can vote on the budget. And I want to do it like this. Is anyone against this budget? No one? Then it's accepted. Thank you.
Thank you.
Carla already mentioned in her presentation briefly the location of next year's EuARE, but we are happy that the Vienna team is going to present themselves and their city and university and their plans to us in a more extensive way. So there's a number how many will come here? 4. So we move out and you move in.
It is a great pleasure and honor for us to announce that the Research Center Religion and Transformation in Contemporary Society, located at the University of Vienna, will host the European Academy of Religion Conference in 2025. Since the very beginning of the European Academy of Religion, members of our research center attended the conferences. Indeed, participation in the European Academy of Religion meetings gave our research center the opportunity to establish good contact with other scholars, some of them even becoming part of our scientific advisory board. This was a fruit of these meetings. I think we can go on to slide number 2. Vienna University was founded in 1365. It is a very old university, the second oldest university in the German-speaking realm. In numbers of students, it's the biggest university in the German-speaking world. We attempt to closely connect the conference to the university, encouraging many scholars of Vienna University to be present and attend the panels next year. The conference will take place from the 8th to the 12th of July, where there are already holidays in Vienna. So we managed to have the main building of the university available to us. There you can see the main building of the Vienna University. All the lectures and meetings will take place there, and the main courtyard will always be open for having coffee during the breaks. The main building of the University of Vienna is located in the center of Vienna. Vienna is not only a city of a great cultural heritage, but also has a vibrant cultural life. Moreover, it encompasses a great variety of religions. Due to an ongoing migration, the religious scene is further diversifying. Especially the intersection of art and religion is very interesting in Vienna. Maybe you can see something of this next year. You can easily reach the city by train, car, plane or ship. And it is very well came here, Daniel and I came here to Palermo by train. It is possible to, it's very good connected. Yeah, it is very well connected to other European and non-European cities. And I will close my short introduction with a song title by Billy Joel, Vienna Waits for You.
So, geht's so? Yeah. As Jakob already said, next year's EuARE conference will be hosted by the Research Center Religion and Transformation in Contemporary Society, which was founded in 2010 and which is anchored in the organizational structure of the University of Vienna. The University of Vienna has a widespread spectrum of research on religion, theoretical and empirical, in theology, in the research on religion, in studies of religion, in philosophy, in gender studies, and in many other different fields. The research center now brings together, on the one hand, much of this research that is done at the University of Vienna. It bundles this research, so to say. And on the other hand, it gives the research a certain focus. namely, as the title already announces, transformation processes in contemporary global contexts. The core team of the center meets very regularly once a week, work together very closely, and together with the other members, they organize small and bigger conferences, and very big conferences as the one next week, which you all hopefully will attend next year. One important activity of the center is the edition of a journal, but you will hear about it in a minute. In numbers, the research center involves 70 researchers from 7 faculties and 14 disciplines. And you can read, if you like, the faculties here on the right side of the slide. Now I hand over to Daniel.
Every 2 years, the research center has a new joint research focus to unite the members of our center to tackle one specific question. During the last 2 years, the joint research focus was on religion and exit strategies, transitions into alternative worlds, a topic that we also presented at a panel at this year's conference on Monday. The new joint research focus will be entitled Religion and Dialogue, Transformations, Challenges and Chances. Within this research focus, we examine new alliances, but also new frontiers between religions and secular agents. Next slide, please. Our research center publishes an open access online journal at the publishing house Brill, the Interdisciplinary Journal for Religion and Transformation, in short JRAT. JRAT is a journal that is ranked in the highest category, Q1, and which publishes research on religion from different fields, among them religious studies, but also theology. Every issue of our journal has a distinct thematic focus that is addressed by scholars from different fields and different fields of research on religion. The journal is published twice a year in July and December, and you can freely and fully access all of our issues via the website of Religion and Transformation or via the Brill website without registration. The authors can publish their articles without having to pay any APCs. Moreover, as you can see on the presentation, we publish an open access book series under the name JRAT Supplementer, and besides that, also a print book series at Brill, including more than 30 volumes already. If you have time, you can visit our book stand at the Theological Faculty at Vatesi and take a closer look at our publications.
As you can see in the slide, the theme of next EuARE 2025 is going to be Religion and Sociocultural Transformation, European Perspectives and Beyond. Contemporary societies and religions continually undergo transformation, fueled by diverse socio-cultural forces. The role of religion within Europe and beyond remains contentious, facing the challenges of fundamentalism, the colonial past, migration, ecological crisis, gender issues, and digitalization. Religious dynamics, amid secularization and a growing public visibility of religion, raise questions about their potential for fostering societal cohesion and in facilitating positive individual and collective transformation. Of course, also other panels will be welcome to the next year EuARE.
Here you can see that it is mainly the research center we just presented it, that is the host of the conference, but also the Faculty of Catholic Theology, the Faculty of Protestant Theology, and the Vienna Doctoral School for Theology and Research on Religion are co-hosts of the conference next year. This is our organizational and core team, we could say, and we will be happy to see you in Vienna next year. Thank you.
Well, thank you for this wonderful introduction to your research and your faculties, and this great invitation to come to Vienna next year. We have the whole building for ourselves, you said, so that gives a lot of possibilities also for all kinds of sports during the conference. We look forward to being there, and we want to thank you already for being next year's host. Good luck with all preparations. If you need some advices, some tips, please check the Palermo team. We look forward to seeing you next year in Vienna. Yes, yeah, we enjoy it also. I now come to one of the final topics of our General Assembly, the announcement of the winner of the Piazza Grande Award, and that announcement will be made by Peggy Fletcher Stack, Executive Director of the International Association of Religion Journalists. Peggy, please, and tell us something about your association. They'll see you.
This one?
Yeah, you say you're short. You want to stand?
I'm pretty short. There.
We'll move this up.
Okay.
Yep.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes.
I'm delighted to be here. The International Association of Religion Journalists was organized in Bellagio, Italy in 2012. 22 religion reporters, people who cover religion professionally, from 22 countries. It was like the UN of religion reporters. And I was honored to be representing the US. Now we have about 800 members worldwide. We have small conferences, not as big as this one, around the world, talking to people who cover religion about helping us do it better, helping us set standards. And of course, scholars like yourselves are key elements of the people that we need to reach to write appropriately about religion. So in 2019, our former chair of the board, who was Maria Paz Lopez, who wrote for the La Vanguardia in Spain, but she actually is headquartered in Berlin, talked to Alberto Maloney, and they came up with this idea of sponsoring a contest, which would honor and reward really excellent religion reporting. So they did that in 2019, and then the pandemic happened. So we were not able to continue the prize, and it kind of threw us a little bit into chaos. But we started again last year and then again this year, and got so many entries, such excellent religion reporting. It's for Europe and the Mediterranean. It was just such a pleasure to read all these pieces. I would like to announce the winners, but I am really language challenged. And so I've asked Herman to read the names of the winners in they submitted them in their language, obviously.
Yes, thank you for this task, Peggy. I don't know if I would do better than you, but the first we can manage. Number 1, Robin Sheeran, New Humanist, United Kingdom, Keeping the Kids Apart, Why Northern Ireland Schools Are Still Segregated. Then second, José Pedro Frazao from Radio Renascença in Portugal, M. Kerson, O Sagrado Coração Católico ainda bate sob bombas e mísseis. I do not know what I just said, but I hope it's somehow those that can understand Portuguese will correct me later on. And third, Wolfgang Machreich, Wiener Zeitung in Österreich, Austria, Robotersägen nicht allen gelegen. These are the three winners
Top three,
in
yes.
the top three.
Yes.
And then there's the honorable mention, Lennart Nijenhuis, that works from the Netherlands, Christian Network Europe, how Indy Gregory made global headlines. You continue.
So obviously the first one is about keeping the kids apart. Here's what the jurors said: a strong piece with anecdotal stories showing how the divisions between Catholic and Protestant communities in Northern Ireland didn't come to an end with the Good Friday Agreement of April 1998. It describes how children experience segregation in schools, and the struggle of integrated schools movement carries a powerful message about the importance of integrated education for the future of the country to prevent another interreligious war in the future. So I'm very pleased and delighted by this collaboration. I hope that we can continue the prize and continue to work together. I will just tell you what the Dalai Lama had to say about our organization. I'm pretty proud of it. Journalists, he said, especially those who report on religion, have an opportunity to bring greater clarity to the way we view religion, but with it comes a responsibility to be trustworthy and sincere. The IARJ journalists do this with their emphasis on the importance of accurate, balanced, and ethical coverage of religion to foster understanding. It's our great joy to get together, talk about the challenges each of us face covering religion fairly in our various countries. And as I said, I'm delighted by the winners and by this collaboration. Thank you.